cold this morning. We have checked 7 traps so far and hadn't caught a single thing. I don't know, maybe it was too cold for the coons to want to move. I know it's too cold for me to want to be out here right now. But hey, we still got a few more to check. Who knows, that's part of trapping. Sometimes you catch them and sometimes you don't. So let's go over here and check some more. I could not figure out what this was walking up to it. Y'all look what I caught. I have never in my life caught a squirrel. But I caught a squirrel in a dog proof. You know, a buddy of mine actually had told me the other day that he caught one. And I told him, I said, man, that's crazy. I've been trapping for 11 years and have never caught a squirrel in a dog proof trap. And here it is a few days later and I caught one. So I don't know, you never know what you're gonna catch. Well, just check the last trap on this side of the property. We didn't catch nothing. Nothing but a squirrel. That's pretty crazy, but anyway, we still got the other half of the property to check. Of course, we ain't got but a handful of traps out on that side, but I don't know, it might be a bust today. That happens sometimes. Anyway, y'all stick around. Well, took us getting to the other side of the property, but I had a trap right here. I had it sticking out sideways, something new I'm trying. And I guess it's working. It's 2 mornings in a row. Man, that's a big old coon too. See if I can get up here without him getting me. That's a big old pretty coon, real pretty. All right, I'm gonna get him taken care of, and we got a few more on this side of the place, so let's go check them. All right, got us a possum. So right here, we got a little slough that comes through. I say a slough, it's just a little bit of water backed up. But if you see how it kind of makes this bend here, and there's a little bit of a bank right here, it kind of makes a point. Trap these points, they seem to do pretty good. We've caught here, I think 3 mornings in a row now. Anyway, check this possum out. Oh, he's looking pretty mean. Anyway, hey, these possums, they'll eat your corn and your turkey eggs, so we don't like to do it, but we have to get rid of them. I know I've said it before, but y'all trap these empty feeders. These coons, they'll come back and check them. And also, if you see a deer trail, set a deer trail. Don't be scared to, because, hey, you'll catch a coon. That's what we got right here. I'll show you. There's the empty feeder. All right. Get down here where you can see. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there's a deer trail that goes up through yonder. And I set a trap right here off the edge of it. And look what we got. Got us a nice, pretty coon. I guess he's camera shy. We get around here where y'all can see him better. Yep. And that's why you trap these empty feeders. All right, we got, I think, 3 more. Let's go check them. All right, y'all, I hadn't caught one at this creek yet, but I did today. So if you find you a creek like this and it's bending around, look how we got a good flat sandy bank right here. That's what I like to trap. And it's coming around right here by this point. So you got a point and a good sandy bank. It makes for a great spot. So we tied off to that tree right there and we got us one. Get in here and show y'all. Ooh, he's a mean one. All right. Kind of scrawny. Must be a teenager coon. All right, well, I'm gonna hurry up and get him taken care of, and that's it for today. Appreciate you. All right, y'all. If you watched my last video, we caught one in this same spot right here. Had a double front foot catch. This turned out to be a pretty good spot. Oh, buddy. But this is that spot where the water is backed off of the creek. That creek runs right down through yonder. This water kind of backed up, and there's a game trail coming off of it. So I set one beside it, going back to that deer lane, and it's been a good spot. Let's check some more. All right, y'all. I don't remember, it might have been in the last video I posted, but we got this spot here. It's not a creek or a slough or anything. It's just a little bit of water built up. And we caught a possum here right there in that bend I'm fixing to show you. Got a game trail. You can kind of see it. It comes right up through here, and it crosses the road, and then you just got this water kind of flowing through here from where it had flooded. It's draining back down to the creek. Well, we caught a possum right here in this bend the other day. Look what we got here today. Well, he's climbing away from me. Look at him. Pretty coon, pretty big one. Anyway, we had that trap set right here in that bend, right off that water. And this is 2 or 3 things we done caught right here. I'm gonna get him taken care of and check a few more traps. All right, y'all. This is that same spot. A little bend in this water right here. A little bit of bank kind of on this point. Got us another coon right here. This has been a hot spot. That's why I stress, you know, when you come across a bend like this, make sure you set a trap. I mean, because you'll catch. Almost guaranteed. Anyway, that's a pretty good coon. Real dark. And these deer flies, they are tearing me up this morning. Let's go check some more. I know y'all remember one of the empty feeders here. We had a game trail coming right there to it. Caught a coon here yesterday. We got a possum today. All right, get him taken care of. I already know I'm gonna have somebody in the comments talking about these possums. Look, I mean, whether you like to do it or not, these possums, they're just as bad on your turkeys as the coons are. They'll eat the nest up just like the coons. So, hey, you know, sometimes it's just part of it. We got to do what we got to do. Protect the turkeys and keep them out of this corn too. So, let's check a couple more. All right, y'all, well, we just checked the last 2 and they was empty. But we've ended up with 3 coons and a possum this morning, so not too bad. I mean, it ain't necessarily how many you catch every day, but by the end of the week, how many we caught, that's what matters. So I think we're in the 20s on critters, I believe. I have to check my book when I get home. I don't have a very great memory. I have to write that stuff down. Have too much going on. But anyway, we got one more day we're gonna run these, so y'all stick around and we'll catch some more tomorrow, hopefully. All right, y'all, we got another one of these coons that's got a half of a tail and it's hard as a rock. I don't know, it kind of looks like it's bit off. Look like some gnaw marks right there. I don't know. A hard little half of a tail. Maybe somebody in the comments can tell me what's going on. I don't know, there's all been boar coons, so maybe they're fighting or something. Hey y'all, it's the last day we're pulling these traps. We've had them out since Sunday, and we have caught, well, we've had them out since Saturday night. We've caught 15 coons and 5 possums, so hey, it ain't too bad, and I'm hoping we catch a few more today, so y'all stick around. Y'all, these deer flies are tearing me up this morning. They have been all over me. We checked the one side of the property and hadn't had nothing, so we're gonna check this side, and we're pulling traps, so I don't know, it's drying up, but hey, we put a hurting on them, so maybe it's just time for it to dry up. I don't know. Anyway, y'all stick around a little longer. Well, at least it wasn't a bust. We didn't end up with 0. We got us a possum right here. I'll check him out. All right. I'm just glad we didn't get busted. So we got 1, so that's 21 critters. All right, we still got a few more. Let's go check them. All right, we're down to the last 4. Y'all think we're gonna catch anything? I don't know, I hope so. But we got the one by the empty feeder, we got one going to it, and we got 2 by the creek. So let's get down here and check them. Well, that's a disappointment. Something tripped my trap and pulled it out of the ground. I don't know if we caught one he pulled out or what. Well, yeah, I don't know. Got 2 more, let's go check them. Well, that one and that one are empty. Never thought I'd say this, but I'm kind of glad them 2 are empty because I left my gun. I guess when I shot that last possum, I leaned it up against a tree and left it. So gotta go all the way back over there and get that gun, and then we'll head to the house. We got 1 possum today. So it's petering down, you know, but we've done some pretty good work since Sunday. So that makes 15 coons and 6 possums. I think the turkeys will be happy. Appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see you next week.